जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभा, जय गिरिवरा हरे, जय गिरिवराधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभा, जय गिरिवराधारी, जय गिरिवराधारी, जय यशोदनंदन, जय ब्रजन रंजन, जय यशोदनंदन, जय भजन रंजन, जय यमुना तिरवनचारे, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधवा, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधवा, जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, 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 ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदाकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथन्वितं तं सजीवं सद्वैतं शवदूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु भवेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so we are in chapter 3.
Yes, we are going to start from chapter 3.
Okay, so let's go for chapter 3.1. So,
Jyoti, can I ask
what?
one question? You were chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudev, whatever that is. What do you mean by that?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yeah.
Vasudeva is Krishna's name,
That's his
Vasudevaya.
name.
So, yeah,
Okay.
and then Bhagavate means Kamisama, like the
Okay.
like the like the God features called Bhagavate,
Okay.
like
Thank
the
you.
Bhagwan kanji.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's Krishna another mantra.
Mhm.
Okay, so for chapter number 1, chapter number 2, so chapter number 2 we have the whole Bhagavad Gita in summary, and from chapter number 3 we are going to describe Bhagavad Gita in the detail from chapter number 3 onwards. Okay, so let's go for for this. Let's read the Sanskrit mantra 3.1. Arjuna Uvacha Jayayasi Chet Karmanaste Mata Buddhi Janardana Tat Kim Karmani Ghore Mam Yasi Keshavaha. Okay, so synonyms Arjuna Uvacha means Arjun said. Do you also need to read the Japanese?
アルジュナは言った。
Jaya Yasi means better.
何々の方が良い。
Chet means if.
もし、
Karmana means than fruitive action.
結果を求める活動よりも、
Te means by you.
あなたによって
Mata is considered.
考えられる
Buddhi means the intelligence.
知性、
Janardana means O Krishna.
オークリシナ。
Tat means therefore.
それゆえ、
Kim means why.
なぜ、
Karmani in action.
活動に
Ghore means ghastly.
ゾッとするような
Mam means me.
私を、
Neo Jayasi, you are engaging.
あなたは従事させようとする。あなたは従事させようとする。
Kesava means O Krishna.
オークリシナ。
So the translation is Arjuna said, O Janardana, O Keshava, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare if you think intelligence is better than fruitive work? So, Nyango, Ishwakishimasu.
日本語
Yes, you can say in Japanese the translation.
はい。おう、ジャナールダナーよ、ケシャバよ。家宝を求める行為より知性に優れる方が良いのなら、なぜ私にこのような身の毛のもよだつ恐ろしい戦いをせよと命じるのですか。
Okay, so let's read the purport, but you have purport in the Japanese.
パル
You also have the big Bhagavad Gita or the small Bhagavad Gita.
Small book, this one.
Then let's read me purport in only in the English. So purport is that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has very elaborately described the constitutions of the soul in the previous chapter, with the view of delivering his intermediate friend Arjuna from the ocean of the material grief. And the path of realization has been recommended Buddhi Yoga or Krishna consciousness. Sometimes Krishna consciousness is misunderstood to be the inertia, and and one with such a misunderstanding is often withdrawn to be the secluded place to become fully Krishna conscious by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. But without being trained in philosophy of Krishna consciousness, is not advisable to chant holy name of Krishna uh, in a secluded place where one may acquire only cheap adoration from the innocent public. Arjuna also thought Krishna consciousness or the Buddhi Yoga or intelligence in the spiritual advancement of the knowledge as something like retirement from active life and practice penance and austerity at the secluded place. In other words, he wanted to skillfully avoid the fighting of using by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. In answer, Lord Sri Krishna elaborately explained Karma Yoga or work in Krishna consciousness in the third chapter. Okay, so the meaning is here is that when in the previous chapter Krishna had described that we are soul, we are not human body, and so Arjuna was thinking that why Krishna is not telling me to fight, because I can go to jungle and I can go to such secluded place where and I can do some austerity, some tapasya and meditate on Krishna and then I don't need to fight. So why Krishna is still after telling me so many things, Krishna is still telling me to fight. So Krishna consciousness doesn't mean that you have to become like the static and then you go to secluded place and this and do all these things. It doesn't mean that. You can also do Krishna consciousness in the Shubhya or in the Shinjuku by the doing Harinam like the just we did, right? So basically, don't need to be had the very secluded place, this and that. No, of course, sometimes we want to live in a secluded place, and but that needs proper training, proper education. So here, basically Arjuna wanted to be give up the fighting, and they are making Krishna consciousness as an excuse that why Krishna is still telling me to fight. I can go to jungle, I can do some meditation, this and that. But he is a very good student, so he asked all the doubts to Krishna. It's not just made in his mind. Whatever doubts he has, so now he asking these doubts to Krishna that why you are still telling me to fight. I can easily go to some other place and meditate on you and all that. So why I have to fight? Okay.
Mhm.
Any
Yes.
question? Any question? Sayusan, any question?
No questions.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Yes. Yes.
So the 3.2.
Mhm.
Vyamis re kire neva वाक वाक्येन बुद्धि मोहायसीवा मे तद एकं वद निस निस निश्चित्या येन आश्रयो अहम अपनुयुम अपनुयाम. Okay, so Vyamis Rena means by equivocal.
曖昧な何々によって、
Eva means certainly.
確かに
Vakyana means words.
言葉、
Buddhim means the intelligence.
知性、
Mohayasi, you are bewildering.
あなたは混乱されている、させている。
Eva means certainly.
確かに
Me means my.
私の、
Tat means therefore.
それゆえ、
Ekam means the only one.
ただ一つ、
Vada means please tell.
どうか教えてください。
Nischitya means ascertaining.
確認して、
Yena means by which.
どちらによって、
Sreya means the real benefit.
真の利益、
Aham means I.
私は
Apnu yam means may have.
持つのか。
So the translation is that my intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instruction. Therefore, please tell me decisively which will be the most beneficial for me. Means means okay. Let's go to the purport first. Okay.
あなたが矛盾したことを言われるので、私の理性は戸惑っております。どれが私にとって最善の道なのか、何卒明確にお示しください。
Thank you. So let's go to the purport first. In this previous chapter, as a prelude to the Bhagavad Gita, many different paths are were explained, such as Sankhya Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, the control of senses by the intelligence, work without fruitive desire, and the position of neophyte. This was all presented unsystematically. A more organized outline of path would be necessary for action and understanding. Arjuna therefore wanted to clear up these apparently confusing matters so that any common man could accept them without misinterpretation. Although Krishna has no intention to of the confusing Arjuna by any jugglery of the words, Arjuna could not follow the process of Krishna consciousness either by the inertia or by the active service. In the other words, keep it by his question, he is clearing path of Krishna consciousness to all students who seriously wanted to understand the mystery of Bhagavad Gita. So basically, Arjuna told to Krishna that he was confused by his equivocal words. Because as I said that in chapter 2, things has moved really fast. First, Krishna was telling to the like the Sankhya Yoga, telling about the logic or buddhi. Then he come to the Dhyana Yoga, then talking about meditation. And then also he talked about the Karma Yoga, and then he again talked about the little bit bhakti, like the like the bhakti yoga. So Arjuna was little bit confused that many things has been spoken at the same time. That's why we call chapter 2 we call Bhagavad Gita in a summary. This is a very concise. So Arjuna want to have more big explanation so that any common person can understand it. They will not get confused by the chapter 2. Now, so basically, any common person can confuse any common man can understand it. So that's why Krishna wanted to have tell him to that what action I need to do, like which one is better. So from chapter 3 onwards, we have more explanation of the Bhagavad Gita in the detail. Okay. So let's go to the any questions on this?
No.
No.
Okay. Let's move to the chapter 3.3. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Loke Asmin Dvividha Nishtha Pura Prokta Maya Nagha Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. So synonyms. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha.
バガバンは言った。
The Supreme Personality of God has said, Loke means in the world,
世界に
Asmin means this,
この
Dvividha means two kinds of,
2種類の
Nishtha means faith,
信仰
Pura means formally,
以前に
Prokta means where said,
語られた
Maya means by me,
私によって
Anaga, O sinless one,
お罪なき者よ
Jnana Yogina, by the linking process of the knowledge,
知識を通して結びつく方法によって
Sankhyanam of the empire philosophers,
経験主義の哲学の
Karma Yogina, by linking process of devotion,
献身奉仕を通して結びつく方法によって
Yoginam of the devotees.
献身者の
Okay, so the translation is the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two classes of man who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand this by empirical and philosophical speculation, other by devotional service. Yes.
はい。罪なき、バガバーンは答える。罪なきアルジュナよ、すでに説明したように、この世で自己の本性を悟る人には2種類ある。経験哲学的な施策でそれを悟る者と、献身奉仕によってそれを知る者と。
Okay, so let's go to the purport first. In the second chapter, verse 39, the Lord explained two kinds of procedures, namely Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga, or the Buddha Yoga. In this verse, the Lord explained, say more clearly, the Sankhya Yoga, or the analytical study of the nature of the spirit and matter, is a subject matter of the person who are inclined to speculate and understand things by the experimental knowledge and philosophy. Other class of men work in Krishna consciousness as it is explained in the 61st verse of the second chapter. Lord has explained also in the 39th verse that by working by the principle of Buddhi Yoga or Krishna consciousness, one can be relieved from the bonds of the action. And furthermore, there is no flaw in the process. The same principle is more clearly explained in the 61st verse that this Buddhi Yoga is to depend entirely on the Supreme, or more specifically on Krishna, and in this way all senses can be brought under control very easily. Therefore, both yogas are interdependent as religion and philosophy. Religion without philosophy is a sentiment and sometimes fanatism, and while philosophy without religion is a mental speculation. The ultimate goal of is Krishna, because the philosophers who are sincerely searching the absolute truth come in the end of to the Krishna consciousness. This is also stated in Bhagavad Gita. The whole process is to understand the real position of the self in the relationship of to the super self. The indirect process is philosophical speculation by which gradually one may come to the point of Krishna consciousness. And other process is directly connecting everything with Krishna in Krishna consciousness. Of these two, the path of Krishna consciousness is better because it does not depend on purifying the senses by the philosophical process. Krishna consciousness is itself a purifying process, and by the direct matter of the devotional service, it is simultaneously easy and sublime. Okay, so what it means that Krishna already told in the chapter number 2 that there are two kind of person. Like some person try to have Ippai study and try to more on the logic or Sankhya yoga, and try to understand it by the absolute truth, by the Sankhya yoga, by to logic, by to have the analysis. Another kind of person don't have so much power or energy to do this. They just try to involve themselves into the services, right? So both may come to the truth, but actually both are interdependent. One is depending on the other. So if you just have a pie speculation or a pie study, but you don't do any service, so maybe that study will not go inside your body. It can be just be at your mind level, right? So for then it can be a mental speculation that the study. So in order to give your impact to the heart and to more and more inside to your body, you have to do some service or some work. Because anyway we are doing some work, right? Even if we are studying, if we are taking breathe, our whole system working ups and down. So so in actuality anyway we are taking and doing some work. Even we think that okay we are not doing anything, but actually we are taking some work. So better to do the work in such a way that will that will help your philosophy to come inside your body. So both are interdependent. But initially, people are more interested, like the one kind of person who does do IPPI study and IPPI, like the philosophical understanding, and one person don't do much study but just try to do the service. But the actual person should do the both basically. Nah, study also and service also. So that because both are dependent to each other. So if you do the service, your study will have some meaning. Then you can apply your study, and it will be much more impactful. If you just do the service, I mean, if you don't study, then it will just become like sigoto. You will not understand that what are you doing. So both are interdependent. So so Krishna told to so Arjuna told to Krishna that okay, in your previous chapter you are also said okay, please study. You also said that please do in Krishna cause please do the action. Then why not I will just go to jungle and then I will just study Sankhya. I don't need to fight. No, he has to do the both basically. He also need to understand by the philosophy and he need to apply it in his fighting area. He cannot be just be away that okay, I died, I know everything, I don't need to fight. No. We should not do that mental renunciation. Renunciation should come automatically and naturally. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. Any question?
No, I have no questions.
Okay, let's move to the next one. 3.4. Na kina karmanam anaram bandhan naisa karma yam puruso asanute nacha san, sanyasanad eva siddhim samadhi gachati. So the synonyms. Na means not.
何々でない。
Karma nam means of prescribed duties.
規定された義務を
Anaram bhat means by non-performance.
実行しないことによって
Nas karmyam freedom from the reaction.
反動からの解放。
Purusa a man.
人は
Asanute means achieves.
達成する。
Na means nor.
何々でない。
Cha means also.
何々もまた。
Sannyasnat means by renunciation.
放棄によって
Eva means simply.
単に
Siddhi means success.
成功、
Samadhi gachati means attains.
達成する、到達する。
Okay, so meaning is not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection.
はい。仕事を避けて何もしないでいても、人はカルマから解放されない。また、出家、頓世したからといって、完成の境地に達するわけでもない。
So the purport is the renounced order of the life can be accepted when one has been purified by the discharge of prescribed form of duties which are laid down just to purify the hearts of materialistic men. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life, sannyasa. According to the empirical philosopher, simply by adopting sannyasa or retiring from fruitive activities, one at once becomes as good as Narayana. But Lord Krishna does not approve this principle. Without purification of the heart, sannyasa is simply a disturbance to the social order. On the other hand, if someone takes to the transcendental service of the Lord, even without discharging his prescribed duty, whatsoever he may be able to advance in the cause of is accepted by the Lord. Buddhi Yoga. स्वल्पम अपि अस्य धर्मस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Even a slight performance of such principle enable one to overcome the great difficulties. Hmm. Okay, so Krishna told here the meaning is that like the sannyasa. Okay, so sometimes people can think that okay, I have some duties to do, but better to be away from our prescribed duties. Like I have my duty to do my job, but I can be say give up my job and then just try to become sannyasi. Then according to Krishna, this is not the proper way to do. If your heart is not purified, better not to do the sannyasa or something because it will just create a disturbance to the other. So your heart has to be purified first, and your heart will be purified by the devotional service or by the study of the proper books, Sankhya Yoga. If your heart is not purified and then you say, okay, let me go and do the sannyasa. So according to Krishna, you are just playing with the sentiments and emotion to the others, and you are causing disturbance to, to the society. So just taking sannyasa means you have renunciated will not help you. Okay, because maybe you have renunciated from the outside physically, but from inside heart you have still have lots of desire. So something you just renunciation from outside, but the inside heart you still have the desire will not help. It will just looks from outside, okay, you become renunciation, but the inside heart you have many ambition, this and that. So Krishna doesn't recommended this sort of activities. Means we must do the our prescribed, we must do our duties, and even we and work in Krishna consciousness. Even we chotto we improve Krishna consciousness. Maybe not this much, but maybe just little bit. We got improve according to Bhagavad Gita. We will be escape so many dangers. You don't know to just to improve one sloka of the spirituality. We sometimes have to go through with so many testing, with so many suffering, with just to improve little bit. So that's why Bhagavad Gita and all this become very much important because you get all the knowledge, everything just at the one place. So that's what Krishna told to that even you improve little bit in Krishna consciousness, very little, you will escape from many danger things. People are doing puja, right? Okay, my this danger should be away, my this danger should be away, right? And but if you just improve little bit Krishna consciousness, very much little bit, maybe this much, you can escape so many great dangers like the material dangers. Because sometimes people are quite jealous of the devotee. You are super lucky. From my childhood, people are telling to me, "Okay, I'm super lucky. I'm super lucky." Why? Why people are so much jealous that I'm super lucky? But it's not lucky. If you are devotee, you will escape with so many problems in your life, basically. Like the material problem I'm talking about, like the disturbance, money, this and that. There are so many material problems we can solve. So if you will be little bit improve in your life, it has a huge impact. Okay, so try to understand then the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and try to become the devotee. Try to understand it first. Okay?
Okay.
But understanding doesn't mean that we should stop everything. You should stop your duty as a mother. So I should stop his job. I will stop my job. No, it doesn't mean that. Okay, because anyway we are doing something. So even if we are not doing something, actually we are doing something. So better to do something that will sublime to your duty. Okay. Sai-san, any questions? Sri-san, any question?
No question.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. This chapter 3, our all the slokas are very sweet, are very point to point. You can see it in our real world. It's very compact and very sweet slokas are there in the beginning. Okay, 3.5. Nahi kaschit kasanam api jatu tisthati akarma kret कारायते हि अवसा कर्म सर्वा प्रकृति जैर गुणः जैर गुणे है. Okay, synonyms. Na means nor.
何々でない。
He means certainly.
確かに。
Kashchit means anyone.
誰でも。
Kasanam means a moment.
一瞬。
Api means also.
何々もまた。
Jatu means at any time.
どんな時でも。
Tisthati means remains.
何々の状態でいる。
Akarmakrit without doing something.
何もしないで。
Karyate means is forced to do.
何々をするように強いられている。
He means certainly.
確かに。
Avasa means helplessly.
どうしようもなく。
Karma means work.
活動。
Sarva means all.
すべて。
Prakriti Jai, born of the modes of material nature.
物質自然の性質から生まれた。
Gune means by the qualities.
性質によって。
So the translation is, everyone is free to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment.
人はすべて好むと好まざるとにかかわらず、自然界の性質から来る推進力でただの一瞬といえども活動せずにはいられないのだ。
Okay, let's go for the purport. It is not a question of embodied life, but it is the nature of the soul to be always active. Without presence of the spirit soul, the material body cannot move. The body is only a dead vehicle to be worked by the spirit soul, which is always active and cannot stop even for a moment. As such, the spirit soul has to be engaged in the good work of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it will be engaged in occupation dictated by the illusionary energy. In the context of the material energy, a spirit soul acquires material modes, and to purify the soul from such affinities, it is necessary to engage in prescribed duties enjoined in Shastra. But if soul is engaged in his natural function of Krishna consciousness, whatever he is able to do is good for him. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, this. त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मां चरणाभं भुजं हरेर् भजन् अवाकुवो अथा पते ततो यादे यत्र कवा विभ्राद्रम् अभूत अमुष्या किं को वार्था आप्तो abhajatam swadharmatah. If someone takes to the Krishna consciousness, even though he may not be follow the prescribed duties in the Shastra or or execute the devotional service properly, or even though he may fall down from the standard, there is no loss or evil for him. If he carries out all the injunctions of purification in Shastra, what does avail him if he is not Krishna consciousness? So the purificatory process is necessary for reaching this point of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, sannyasa or any purificatory process is to help to reach ultimate God of Krishna, or to become Krishna conscious, without which everything is considered a failure. So, what Krishna told here, that we are helplessly bound by the work. Sometimes I am sleepy, so I say, okay, I'm not doing anything. No, okay, because I am sleepy, so I am working in modes of ignorance. Some chemical comes to our mind and we feel like sleepy, and we also dream in our sleep, so our mind still function, right? So sometimes we are more in like the ignorance, sometimes more in of the passion. Okay, work, office. Sometimes we come to the more in the goodness. So we are helplessly working by three modes of goodness. Okay, working by the three modes. So we cannot work without, we cannot live without work, even for a single second. We are always working in either of the three modes. So in fact, there is nothing called retirement, okay, because we are forcefully worked by the modes of material nature. Even if we take like the retirement and sannyasa, still we are working, right? So we should do the work. So if we are working always, then there is no point of the going away from the work. So we should do the work, that will sublime to our prescribed duties. But even that our devotional world is so great that even if we try to do the devotional things and we miss our prescribed duty for some reason, because we are not perfect, we are, we are just trying, but it couldn't work out perfectly, still there is no loss. This is the beauty of devotion service. Like if I'm working in my IT company in Nomura, and if I do any mistake, everything collapse. It's total failure. Nobody will say that, okay, you come at 7 o'clock, so you do mistake. Okay, okay, no problem. People will be if I criticize me if I do any mistake. Because this is how the material work function. If you miss one part, whole system will get collapse. But in um, but in devotional things is not like this. Even if you miss one part and you couldn't finish rest of them, still you will get the like the credit. Still you will have the some progress. Still there is no harm. So this is like something is not like bit different from the material nature. Like that you don't need to be perfect. Of course, if you are perfect and you are doing, and then you read Bhagavad Gita perfectly, you are also doing devotions perfectly, is very good. But even if you are not perfect and you are just trying to be, still it will give you good result. So there is no harm in the trying. There is no harm, right? Like for the car driving, if I'm not perfect and then I come to the car and then I do the accident, is big loss. So be better I should not drive the car. This is not the case here. In this devotional world, if you're just trying to become devotee but not, okay, but you don't do it perfectly, but just you are trying, still there is no harm. Still it will give you the good result. Why? See, because you are trying or not trying, anyway we are always working, right? By the modes of material nature. So because rather than our senses, our mind rather than our mind will follow our senses, is better to involve them in our devotional service, so that it will be always be, okay, will do something good to you. It's always there, so there's no loss. Even if you don't do it perfectly, still it's okay. Okay. Okay, I will finish it here, or let's see. Okay, let's go to the 3.6,
Mhm.
and then I will finish it 3.6. Okay,
Okay.
or maybe the 3.7. That's the more more logical.
Going to be 10 o'clock, so that's until 6,
Okay,
3.6. Mhm.
okay, let's go to the 3.6. कर्मेंद्रियाणि समा कि कर्मेंद्रियाणि सम यम्या या आस्ते मनसा स्मरान इंद्रियार्थान विमुढ़ात्मा मिथ्याचारः सा किसा उच्यते. Synonyms: karma indriyani, the
活動
five
す、
purposes.
活動する五感、
Some sammayamya means controlling.
支配して、
Yah means anyone who.
何々である人、
Aste means remains.
何々の状態にいる、
Manasa means by the mind.
心で、
Asmaran thinking of.
何々のことを考えて、
Indriya arthan means sense objects.
感覚の対象、
Vimuda means foolish.
愚かな、
Atma means soul.
魂、
Mithya achara means pretender.
見せかけだけの人、
Sah means he.
彼、
Uchyate means is called.
何々と呼ばれる。
The translation is the one who restrains the sense of action, but whose mind dwells on the sense object, certainly delude himself and is called pretender.
感覚及び行動の期間を制御しても、心が感覚の対象に執着しているのは、己自身を欺くものであり、その人は詐欺師と呼ばれる。
So the purport is that there are many pretenders who refuse to work in Krishna consciousness, but to make a show of meditation, while actually dwelling within the mind upon the sense enjoyment. Such pretenders may also speak of the dry philosophy in order to bluff sophisticated followers, but according to this verse, these are the greatest cheaters. For the sense enjoyment, one can act in any capacity of the social order, but if one follow the rules and regulations of his particular status, he can make gradual progress in purifying his existence. But he who makes a show of being a yogi while actually searching for the object of sense gratification must be called the greatest cheater. Even though he sometimes speaks of the philosophy, his knowledge has no value because the effect of such sinful man's knowledge are taken away by the illusionary energy of the Lord. Such a pretender's mind is always impure, and therefore his show of yogic meditation has no value whatsoever. So, very very important that shloka that we will finish, that if someone from outside like the restrain the sense of action, but in his mind always dwells on the sense object, means from outside he just restrain himself, but from inside his sense always mind always dwells to the sense object, it's called pretenders. So we should not do it. Whatever we have our shortcomings, we should be honest about that. That's why I like Japanese in one sense, because they always say things very honestly.
うん
They don't hide it. So there's no point of hide and become the pretender. Whatever you are, just say your mind clearly. Na. So those persons are liked by Krishna, rather than those who try to pretend. From the outside, think like, okay, I'm yogi, but from inside, okay, where is money, where is this, where is this? Like the such persons, such the pretenders persons is not liked by Krishna.
うん
So it is said that if you have sense gratification, go for it with the highest order. Krishna not telling you tonight, okay, we should not do it, but do it with the proper rules and regulations. You know? Like king, for the example, has a so much sense gratification. He has a big palace, super good facilities, many servants, this and that, right? But kings follow his duty.
う
His
ん
his duty is to fight. At the fight time, he cannot say, "Oh, Sumimasen, can I become Brahman?"
うん
No, it's not like this.
うん
So he is following his prescribed duty, his rules and regulations. So we should not change our status according to the situation. When we are king, we are living like king, and then enjoying so much and gratification. And then when it's come to the fighting, we say, okay, better to be not fight and save your life. No. So such pretenders Krishna don't like. So whatever you have, you should accept it, and we should just honestly try to solve it. And for the someone who is from outside looks like very sattvic, but the inside mind goes here and there, are are called pretenders. So we should pretenders Krishna don't like. Kis- because they are deluding himself and they are also deluding to the other public. So it's not good activity. Like the to be the pretender. Okay, any questions?
Okay. No
No.
question.
Okay, so I will end it here. Ne?
Hi. Thank you
Next
very much.
next Thursday we will have the astrological class on the 18th.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much.
Thank you very much. Hare
ありがとう
Krishna.
ございました。ハレクリシナ。Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.